Hold on.
Hey guys, this is the Happy Day Show with Josh Eaton and Big Ginger. Big Ginger is back. Well, I mean, he wasn't in Chile or anything. He was just gone for a day. He couldn't be here. But filling in for him was Cameron Jellison. If you haven't seen that episode on our top 10 NFL teams, which are posted right up there, go back. It'll be the Happy Day Show episode 5, I think. But if you're watching this, then you are probably really bored. But anywho, what makes me and Big Ginger have a happy day today is our first day stories. Our first day stories. Now,
First day at school stories.
First day at school stories, because school has just now started. We are on day 3 back from school, but now it's weekend. So, yeah. But, I'm gonna tell a story, on crazy story on, like, something that happened, first day, how it went. But, our next episode will, we're actually probably gonna do it today, too, so you look on there. But, it is gonna be the top 10 quarterbacks. That was just pulled the last episode. It's up in this handy-dandy cowboy hat, which you might not be able to see. But, it's starting to look really nice in here. I mean, we got all this art up here from the past episodes on the top 10 lists. And we actually, you can't see it, but behind on that wall there is the Seahawks logo, which was actually done by Cameron Jellison, our last special guest on here. And I really want to show you guys this because it's really cool. So I'm going to look at that. That is just beautiful.
That's chalk.
So, I mean, I want to thank him for that. And the Seahawks just played today. They played the Carolina Panthers, 12-7. That's good stuff. But yeah. So, anywho, yeah, good stuff. But we're gonna, just tell our first day story. So, Big Ginger, you've wanted to do this. So, how about you go first? Do you wanna?
So, we started on September 4th, and it was only going to be the high schools, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And so, it was only going to be the sophomores, because we haven't been there before. And they were just going to give us tours, and no juniors or seniors. So, it was just going to be all this, blah, 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 stuff like that. And so, I get on the bus, and I'm like, wow. Highway to hell going back to school. It's gonna suck a lot. So when we get there, we get off the bus, and there's people there just be like, "Hey, welcome to LSHS. Awesome, it's cool, blah blah blah." And found some of my friends. I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And so they're like, "Okay, go to the gym." And we're like, "This sucks." And so we're going into the gym. And there's, the bleachers are out, and then there's, this people are on both sides of the doorway, so you have to walk through this people screaming at you, and music's going on. Before we get in there, my friends are like, "Oh my goodness, this is crazy." I'm like, you know what, I'm going to be that one guy who's just pissed off to be at school, and just no smile at all, just straight up poker face. Just be a meanie face to everyone. And so, we're going in, and I'm just like full on just poker face, just pissed off. And this one person's like, he taps me on the shoulder, he's like, "Dude, cheer up." I'm like, "Don't touch me!" Just keep on walking. The guy's like, "What is up with that kid?" So then we find our name tag, and I'm like looking at the bleachers, and I see this handsome fellow. I'm not trying to be homosexual or anything. He's just like right there. It's like, "Yo, Big Ginger, like, what's up?" So get in the bleachers, we chillax, then they talk to us, and then we So we're like what the third row in the
third or fourth row
of the bleachers, and they tell us like, okay, each row, go back, on the floor, and so we walk back, and we're third row, and so we're fairly, boom, right there in the back. But when we get there, I'm like the only redhead. I think there's one other redhead, and so I'm trying to look for my other friends, and then I just hear screaming, in the bleachers, like, where's that coming from? And then I finally see my friends, like, no, there you are. It's so easy to find me, because it's like the red hair, and there's this crowd. So, it's kind of funny, and then we'll meet up, and then we split off into groups with leaders, and then they talk to us, we play games, and then we take a tour. The high school is way better than CAD, though. It is like old school high school, man. It was like, the movie high schools with the beat up lockers, the old everything, so that's pretty sweet. Even has portables, I miss those actually. I miss the portables.
I have 2 portable classes.
Yeah, me too. But that's pretty sweet. And I got swimming. I love to swim. I got a couple of my buddies in there, so that's pretty sweet.
So overall, did you have a good first day?
You know what? I think I have to say I did, because I saw my friends and I found my classes. But
So that was his view of the first day of school. So I'll tell you.
School sucks.
Me, usually, when you're a little kid, when it's the first day, like, oh, I'm so excited to see all my friends. Oh, I'm so excited. This year, I was just like, I gotta wake up early.
I remember that. Oh my goodness.
Just like, that, just nothing home, just waking up, it's a little later than Cav, like 30 minutes for me, but it's just...
It's like you wake up and it's still dark out.
You're just like, I shouldn't be getting up, it's dark out. But anyways, my mom gets me up. I was sleeping on the floor, and for some reason, because I just could not sleep. Don't know why.
Floor sores up.
I was like, I'll sleep on the floor. So I slept on the floor, and my mom, she just wakes me up, because I was sleeping. She didn't know I was on the floor, so she opens it and hits my head with the door, because I was sleeping, and she opens it, and she's like, oh, sweaty, and I was like, Mom! It hurt so bad, because she thought I was on my bed, so she was going to be like, happy first day, and I was going to be like, go away, but then it's just like, happy first day.
I almost got you a concussion.
Yeah, but it hurt. So then I get up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I go, I take a shower, my mom's shower, the shower in that house, there's 2, but the shower is terrible.
Yeah.
There's so you'll be this tall, and the shower head is here, so you gotta do this, and it's so uncomfortable, something you don't want to do at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm like, oh my gosh! I was so mad, I wanted to just lay down and fall asleep as the water went on me, but I was moving the head trying to get my hair, but it's so frustrating. So I finally get out of the shower, get my deodorant on, cologne and stuff, and I'm just I got this pissed face, I've had a door on my head, I've had to deal with the stupid shower, and then I come out of the bathroom, and apparently my deodorant smells really whoo, that is a man walking by. But my sister does not like it, so she's like, turn the fan on, and I'm like, shut up. And then I get dressed, and then I'm on my clothes, and my mom's like, nice duds, hun, and I'm like,
nice what?
Duds.
Duds?
Yeah, I mean, people say it, but not my mom. Mom shouldn't say nice duds, So then I'm like, okay, thank you. And then I walk, I sit down, and my sister's all perky for some reason.
Wait, did she wake up at the same time as you did?
Yeah, we were at the same bus. She's at Northlake.
Crazy.
But we're and she's like, and I'm like...
she doesn't understand. When you're younger, you always have more hyper. You have more
I'm
hyper.
Eating like that, and she's like, why aren't you excited? It's your first day. I was like, exactly. I was
it's my soul is going to be taken away from me. And that's my job. taking souls, but school.
But
it's just,
I mean, like, I was like, yeah, finally, like, I eat, and then I just have some minutes. I'm just like, I'm just gonna lie down. My mom's like, sweetie, did you brush your teeth? I'm like, oh my gosh! I wanted to throw my pillow. I was like, I have some time. Did you brush your teeth? Yeah, no, I didn't.
I'm gonna stab my mother.
So I go, I brush my teeth. As I'm about to walk out, did you mouthwash? Oh my gosh!
See, like, that's a huge problem. It's like, you don't want to brush your teeth because it's like, oh my goodness, there's one more thing. I just want to leave.
So then I mouthwash. And then, luckily she didn't give me like, did you floss? No, but I just
Dentist lady, come on.
did you fluoride it? No, I just, brush, floss. Finally, I get my backpack on, and it had nothing in it except the clothes I was wearing next day to come to my dad's because I wanted to have a nice shower to go in for the second day of school. So then I finally get out. My sister's like, I'm gonna walk to school. And then her friend and her go and they walk to school. I'm like, why, you're stupid. Mom, can you drive me? She's like, the high school's like right there. I'm like, yeah.
Exactly.
So
he lives down the street from high school.
with my mom.
It's like,
Here at my dad's, I don't really live close. But anywho, I'm like driving and she's like, so are you nervous, excited? I'm like, no. No. I had no expression. I was just like this. And then I called this gentleman here and I'm like, hey, let's hang out after school. And then he's like, yeah. And then we get Hunter
Dearden and Austin Bennett.
And then that's the only thing that made me have a good day, I think. Just the fact I was like, alright, after this terrible thing, I'm hanging out with Tanner. Okay.
What made me a good day to see this guy on the bleachers. He's like, Dad, I'm like, what's up? That was the only thing. And then like when I was walking.
But hold on. So that's his perspective, and then we found friends. Well, me, I finally my mom dropped me off in the parking lot for some reason, not the place where you drop people off.
Really?
The parking lot. Yeah. And I'm walking and and I almost wanted to poop my pants because you see these helper people come and they're like huge, like some of them are football players.
Like who?
Well, there's like some people walking trying to ruin my day. Like they just park and they're like, oh, someone. I was like, hey, shut up. So then I walk and then there's all these really overly peppy girls that are soft.
I hate those people!
I
hate those people. I will seriously stab someone.
They
piss me off.
There's these people off by the buses. They're juniors, seniors, and they're just these really overly peppy girls that wear these shirts that say, "Ask me for help" or something, and it's like, shut up. It's like they're like go to the gym, yay! And I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, thanks. I'm walking, there's no one in the cafeteria, I walk. Then it's a line to get into Husky Stadium. It is this huge freaking line, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I see these new people I've never there's this line the people I was next to, I was like, I don't know anybody that's here. What the heck? And I found Austin OL, and I was like, Austin, come here. He was like, George, I don't know anyone around us right now. I was like, yeah, apparently the people that are later, people we don't know. And then I swear, there's so many new kids.
Yeah.
There's it went from 300 sophomores to 700. It's crazy. There's 709 sophomores. It's crazy because that's just the sophomores. That was the population of Cav when we were there. But anywho, so I'm walking through, walking in with Austin, and we're there to get our name tags, and luckily me and him have the same last name, so I'm I'm just gonna follow you to go get my name tag, because we're both E. And then we're going, and then we're here, and he's like, oh, that's me. I'm like, that's me. And we put it on, and we walk, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's this giant herd of people in the bleachers, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I go, and I sit in the bleachers. For some reason, Austin, he's like, oh, there's some friends, and he goes to the other side of the bleachers. I'm sitting there by myself, and then all of a sudden I see this handsome fellow. I'm like, Tanner, yeah! And he was like, oh, and I was like, come on. And he sits by me, and I was like, oh, thank the Lord for that. Oh my God.
Thank you, Jesus.
Like, what are the odds? Like, in the entire thing, we were to find each other. I mean, I was just so happy. I was like, dude.
It was my ginger powers.
Well, his hair made it look like, you know, you're like, oh my gosh, brown, red. And then we sit there, and then we broke off into groups, and then I was actually with Bennett in a group. We had these cool girls, and we like went on tour, and then afterwards, we walked to my dad's, which was not smart because we had to like cross the.
Oh, let's hold off that story. Let's do that at the end. That's a good story. That's a good story.
That's a No, let's do that.
Okay.
Because it's still the first day of school, so.
So Hunter Dearden and Austin Bennett, me and two of those.
Bennett hasn't been in an episode, but Hunter Dearden is in it. He's Larry in Just Larry.
Okay. So me and those two guys go way back in elementary, probably like second grade or something. Me and Austin, we're cool. So it was good to see those guys again. And then Josh, he's like, dude, Tanner, you want to hang out?
No, that was like the night before. Actually, it was like days before. We're like, dude, we're hanging out after the first day.
So,
yeah.
But I just remember the first day.
But then Hunter was the last minute, and then Bennett was like very last minute. He invited himself. We were like, okay.
But school ends, and it was so funny. Like we weren't gonna take your bus because he said so. Like we're like, you know what? We're just gonna walk. And we're like, okay. And his dad lives basically on the highway. Well, not really a highway.
No, it is 92.
Okay, highway. But it's like, okay, you guys don't kick me in the street because I don't want to die today. So he's like, no, I got away. So there's, there's.
And I got us back. So at the end of the story, it's like this crazy story. We actually got home. Where it wasn't like we had to call someone. So he's gonna tell this crazy story, and you're gonna be like, what the heck? We actually got home.
So we walked down the street, and we finally hit the highway, and there's this huge roundabout. And we're like, okay. And Josh, he's like, okay, we're just gonna go for it.
Like, it was like real life Frogger. But see, the sketchy thing was, it was like you walk on the crosswalk, and then it's like construction, sidewalk ends, and it's like, nope, and we just like walked in the middle of the street.
We are rebels!
And then so it was like real life Frogger, because it's like the roundabout in the middle, and then there's like the middle things on each side, and so it's just like, we were like, okay, run, get in this middle thing, no car can hit us, and then it was like, wait, alright, run to the middle, alright, go to the other side, and it's like, you have the high school is up here, okay? Then there's this road that goes down here, then there's another road that goes here, another road that goes here, and there's a roundabout there. Well, on the other side, it's just woods, okay? And this is the highway here, this is the high school, road comes down. I live on this highway, I live like down here. Well, you don't want to walk on the highway, because for one, I think it's illegal, but anywho, so I'm like, I know this way, because me and Braden Campbell were neighbors, we're kind of sacred enemies in a way with wars, but we actually, in middle school, we would walk home sometimes, and we did this way, before all the woods were overgrown with sticker bushes, there was this way, we were just like, oh, it's just like a whatever, and it was like, we just had to cross the highway, very scary. And this roundabout makes it a lot easier. But before the roundabout was there, it was just this really sketchy highway. So we'd run across, then we'd just have to go down a hill, go like under a fence, and then get on a road. From the road, go to this other driveway, go on this private property where it says no trespassing anywhere. And then we go and you get right in my backyard. And it was just so handy. But now
it's like, it's like, so, video games is like recruit, and then like, so easy, medium, hard. This is like hard. And the hard level, this is like woods up to your knees. And so we go, and it was so funny. We're going like Navy SEAL, because it was just like dog. We hear this
crazy. We hear this dog.
And it was like, you know what, you hear dog, and you're like, dude, that's a big dog. And then we're going, and we just stop.
Oh yeah, all of us too. It's just like we always just.
It's like we're in a line of 4, and then when like one guy stops, you stop. So Josh was in the front, and you just stop. And
we all stopped. We just all heard that dog. We're like, that's a big dog. Like you just heard from the voice was like, that's a big dog. Like we didn't even need to see it, but if it was chasing after us, that'd scare us. Cause like. You're just like, we're just walking around here, it's like, and we're like, that's a big dog. Like, the way it barked, short, you just turn like that is like a big Rottweiler, German Shepherd. It's not gonna be nice, whatever it is. So we were like, we all
And then it was like
stopped.
this fence we passed and it says no trespassing.
Yeah.
We're like, screw this is America.
But what was hard was, it used to be just like, it was all flat, and there was just like a fence. So me and Brayden, when we'd walk home a couple times, we'd just be like, oh, that is the fence we go under. And we'd throw our backpacks over, crawl under, and it was just perfect. Well, now it's all overgrown.
Yeah,
It's been like years and years and years, because I was in like middle school. And so now it's all things. So there's like a road going this way, it breaks here, it breaks here, it breaks there, and I'm like, this way. And it's like we're going and we see these like trailers that say no trespassing.
But it was crazy. So like here we passed level 1, you know, with the dog, and we just go stealth. You know, we go into the woods. We're like, we have no idea where we're going, and so we're just like, you know what, let's go for it. You know, Josh was the leader because he'd done it before, and well, we go through the woods and we hit this road. We're like, oh sweet, level 1 done, and so we keep on walking, and then we go down this one. Was it the gate was open and it said no trespassing?
Like everywhere.
Yeah, and then we go down this road and then it was like level 2 basically, and you can't walk on the gravel because the people will hear you, so we had to walk on the grass. And then we and there's this giant field.
Well,
it's huge.
And you see like as we're going down this hill before it breaks into this huge field. There's like these trees, and up on this hill you see this house, and you're like.
Well, it's like might see a trailer house, but you know.
Yeah, but like you're walking and you're like you see no trespassing, and then up on this hill and this place that says no trespassing, you see this giant house, and you're like, okay, let's just be real quiet, okay, just gonna just. And then like Bennett's just like.
No, it was funny because we're doing. So I was in the back, and like Bennett was right in front of me. You know, I was just like watching our backs, like okay, go, and so we're like cutting through the side of the huge field, and like Josh was like, okay, this is the way. And so we go, and I was just like looking back, and Bennett, this huge, like 2-inch thick branch.
No, that's not yet. No, it's not.
Okay, fine.
So first, after we go down this little road, private road, we breaks into this huge field, and I'm like, okay, these neighbors, like, they have gotten mad at me before for doing this. So I'm like, we're walking through, and I'm like, it's a trailer park, basically. Kind of like people will like rent the land to like stay there to camp for a little while, and it's just right in my backyard, like way back there in the woods. But there's a trail that I can get there, and I'd use it to get to the Centennial a lot. Well, they get mad at me. They got mad at me when me and Isaiah Curry shot people on the Centennial Trail. Not really mad at me because we used their woods to do that.
Okay, continue.
So then I'm like, oh crap, we can't go through there. That's like way too sketchy. So I'm like, okay, let's just. I see a trail. I'm like, and the Centennial Trail's right there, because my backyard right there is the Centennial Trail. So it's like Centennial Trail, their yard, and it just goes there. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna break off from the woods, like right in the beginning.
And it's crazy.
And so I'm like, okay, we break off, we go into the woods, and then I'm like, all right, we gotta be quiet.
Yeah, and it was like, you know, I was just looking out, and then Austin, you know, we're doing great. We're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna make it. And this thick branch.
No, it's like, and then right, like in our line, right as we're about to get out, it's like, I'm like about to step out onto the trail out of the woods, and then I just hear, and it sounds like a gunshot. But it was this goof.
No, it was not. It was Austin.
Oh, okay.
It was not me.
Happened?
It was.
Yeah, it was in the back.
So I was still on the grass. You know, I was just like, okay, just go. I don't see anyone. You know, they could pop up. And then I look and I see Austin, and I just see his foot. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And just giant 2-inch branch on the ground, just crushed it. It was just like so loud.
It was so.
It was like. That branch made that noise. It was ridiculous.
It sounded like it sounded like a gun, like.
It was so funny. Well, not really funny. It was terrifying. That I look back and I'm like, Josh is like, dude, you're so stupid. I look back and I see this guy, like, cause there's a little hill and you see the trailer, and you just see his head pop out. I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, go.
And so we're like, all right, starting to pick up all yours. We're like, oh my gosh, jump! We like jump out on the trail. I'm like, all right, let's just look casual.
Just like act
and
normal.
It's like usually when people are like walking on the trail, you see like these speed walkers in like these really tight shorts, or like these like good shorts, you know, like walking. You know, we're wearing like
School.
we're wearing like school stuff. I'm wearing khakis with like Nike, the Janowski's.
And he has a backpack
shirt,
with him.
a backpack, and I mean, we're just like, I'm like walking like this, like we're just going for a walk, but we looked so out of the blue out there. And as I'm walking, you can, like, when you walk on the trail, there's like the hedges go down a little so you can see their yard. We see people walk over
Yeah,
where
two
we
people.
were.
They're just like
Two
they're
people,
looking
they're
in
just
the
like,
bushes.
they're looking right where we were, the corner, and they're like starting to walk over, they're looking, and they see the little trail, and we're like, all right, we start speed walking down the trail. And we finally, like, after a long time, I'm surprised they didn't get onto the trail.
Yeah.
But like right when there was like a curve, we like ran to where the curve was so they wouldn't see us ahead. Cause the trail, it was like they're here,
It's like straight. And
curves, and then it like goes like this. So there's just a little curve, but they couldn't see us once we got up really up there. So then there's a gate that goes into my neighborhood here, and we finally get here, and we're all like drenched in sweat. And I'm like, you guys want to take a shower? And none of us surprisingly did, but he had a bandana, and he just like,
yeah,
like, he just,
Rambo
like,
style.
he just like took a shower with it, just like, and yeah. Me, I like sweat through my new shirt, which really made me sad because that was a nice new shirt. And
That was our adventure of the American
it was really crazy.
That was cool.
It took us about an hour to get home.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
It was better taking.
It was a lot better
See,
taking the bus.
see, yeah, like
Because the bus is boring. You sit in the seat. You're like, oh, you talk to people. This was like Navy SEAL.
oh, it really was.
It's
I
like
mean,
Vietnam.
well, I mean, for those of you watching this, it's mainly people that just go to our school. You can ask them. It was a crazy experience. Like the dog was scary, even though we never saw it. Like I was scared. It was like a dog that patrolled these trails, and like I was so scared because that would hurt. I mean, just the voice, you could tell it was a big dog, and I thought it was like a big Rottweiler. Luckily, we didn't see it, so nothing was done, and no one saw us, except for those one people. But yeah, we got home safely, and
Played some football. Good times, good times.
good times. And now it's the weekend. Now 2 days after, and now school's in full bloom. It's a good thing we did our list. Top 10 things teens hate about school.
So that was our great first day at school adventure.
Yep. Well, as we're doing an episode now, and you know what? I think it's just appropriate to draw the one for the next episode.
Yeah.
After. So, after the next episode is top 10 quarterbacks. So after top 10 quarterbacks, it is going to be. I think all the NFL ones are done because that's not your thing. Top 10 nicest celebrities.
Morgan Freeman.
Hey,
What?
actually, no, probably not. Because you need to look up their, like what they are off camera. So, nicest people. Next one.
Nicest celebrities.
Nicest celebrities is the one after top 10 quarterbacks. Well, viewers, you continue to have a happy day. Where's the thing?